Hello and welcome to the Oracle Star Tarot. Today I'm going to make some piles here and then we'll flip them over as we go. So we'll speed through the sorting process, and just to give some clarity, I do not look at these cards before I do a reading. So we'll get to it in a moment. All right, so that was the New York Tarot. We have the cards there. And this is the signs of the times. These are specific signs, messages. They're like road signs, things like that. Receipts, things that you would see in the real world. And here we have the Wizard of Oz Tarot. 2 more cards. Okay, 3 more came out there. So I'm going to ask Spirit to bless your reading here and give us the specific messages for you today to help guidance on your journey. To help guide you on your journey? Yeah. All right. Talking about guiding you on your journey. In the Wizard of Oz movie, Dorothy gets lost. There's a tornado. She gets locked out. And then she goes on this journey, right? And then here's her mentor. So he is the initial guide towards this magical journey after she has experienced something really scary where she has been displaced. So that's what we're starting with here. The Devil. Interesting. So in this New York Tarot, it's depicted by all of these tempting things, which is interesting because this is signs of the times, which are very linked to signs that you see out in the world. So there could be some things that you're interpreting as guidance from spirit because it shows up and it might not feel right, but you're like, well, this has to be a sign. Or somebody says something and you take it as like a message from spirit, something like that, but it might not necessarily be so. So watching out for that. And what's interesting, he has like a hot dog here and there's like a hot dog here. And hot dogs can be tempting for some people. I don't like them, but they're not necessarily good for you, right? And we're not talking specifically about food, but this is just in general. So being discerning about what comes up in your daily life and what is guidance from source and what is not. And it's about following your energy as you go along. There could be some kind of addiction that you're healing from. Much support in that. Abundance. So shells might mean something to you. So the guidance on your journey has to do with abundance, and it's not necessarily financial. It could be material. It could be also an abundance of a quality that you're seeking, or some kind of state of being, or some kind of energy that you would like. Could be anything. Maybe write down the things, not just material, but the other things that you would like to see in your life. More connection, love, respect, reciprocity, things like that. Joy, fun. And let spirit and your higher power and your higher self guide you on that journey towards that which will bring you more abundance. The sun. So here's Dorothy's ruby red slippers. And it's like he's guided her to the light of the sun. So whoever your specific guide is, or mentor, and or your higher self, listening to that is going to bring you closer to joy, closer to the end game, to what you desire. 6 of Swords. I'm going to let that sit for a moment because visually it's just so different than the 6 of Swords in most of the other decks. And what is interesting, is that an ant or a caterpillar? I don't know. There's a little insect here and then you go into the butterfly. So there might be confusion here, like every which way, so many possibilities. And there's something about your journey that to where maybe some confusion or struggle is coming up, and you might think that is stopping you from your journey. However, keep going and let go of some of the distractions, and you're going to be led into this metamorphosis. You're changing no matter what. Let's move this up here. Okay, make some room. Next card is the Star. So the sun and then the star. This is stopping and resting and This is the poppies, where she falls asleep in the poppy field. And then I believe Glenda comes and blesses her while she's sleeping. And I heard on a reading earlier that... Is that me? Whoa. That was Alexa. She thought I was talking to her, so it scared me. No, it wasn't. What am I saying? Was it when I said blessings? Anyway, so I heard on this reading earlier that Spirit is really working with you as you are sleeping. And if you're feeling tired a lot or taking a lot of naps, you might be receiving downloads or guidance or healing during that time. So the Nine of Cups, this is about counting your blessings. This is about seeing who you are right now, really knowing your value, really seeing that you already are abundant. You have so much. If you see all these bagels in the background and all these cups of coffee, and these are cups of coffee that you've already consumed, right? And this is what's still available for you. And so it's just looking at how far you've come up until this point. And one practice that is really cool is going back in a meditation to a point you were in the past, where maybe you didn't have certain types of blessings, or you were only dreaming of being where you are now, and going back to that former self and saying, you're gonna make it, keep going, and visualizing where you were. And there's no better or worse, but perhaps you were in a space at one point where you weren't as satisfied with where you were in life, and just looking at that and then coming back to your current reality and really seeing how amazing your life is now. And of course, I'm not discounting that there might be some huge struggles going on. I'm not discounting that. But one way to move out of all your energy being put into that is to also look at where you are and the blessings that you have now. Patience, yield. I saw this sign in my mind's eye earlier when I was pulling these. So interesting that it is there. I don't always see visions, but when I do, no, I sound like a Dos Equis commercial. But yeah, yield, patience. So I feel like that one really speaks for itself. If you do have a goal, if you do want to get those ruby red slippers, if you do want to shift and change and grow abundance, remember to have patience. Just because it's not manifesting fully at the moment, or maybe you're seeing little pieces of it coming about, doesn't mean that it's not coming in some form or another. Let Spirit take the driver's seat. Don't fall asleep at the wheel. If you need to fall asleep though, you can. Just pull over. That's it. Okay. The 10 of Bricks, which is the 10 of Pentacles. This is like making it. This is the card. This is the destiny card, the destination card, celebration, being supported by your community, your friends, your family, your loved ones. And this is full abundance. Look at all those gold bricks, right? And he's free and he's full of joy and happiness. And also he's celebrated and full of love. So there's that for you right underneath the Sun card. Yeah. And interesting because I've been going in a row, but for some reason I pulled that one. Wait, where are we? No, actually, yeah, that wasn't, we're going in order. There's something about second guessing yourself. Just go with it. You don't have to do things perfectly. So there was a lesson right there. 4 of Pentacles. You're saving part of your pie. You're saving something for later. Stopping, not consuming everything just because it's there. There's that patience. It's going to pay off. That's what I see there. You might be afraid somebody's going to take your pizza. So you want to like eat it now before somebody takes it. What does that mean to you? And where is that fear coming from? Stars. With the star, divine guidance. So there's a confirmation right there. You're receiving divine guidance at this time. Trust and know that you will be okay. When I started prepping for this video, let's see, it's 3:55 right now. It was 3:33. So 3:33 is an angel number. It's linked to Jesus. And so you may have an energy or Jesus guiding you, or an energy that a person or a guide who embodies Jesus-like energy, which is like peace, care, love, healing, acceptance. So you're receiving that guidance at this time. And the 5 of Cups, 5 of Cans. So that's that devil energy. So I'm really seeing a contrast here. I'm seeing like Jesus energy and the devil energy. And that means something different to everybody, right? Some people might think that it's dark energy to read tarot. You know, like we all have different relationships and viewpoints and experiences with what that means. But it is like this dark, the devil represents all the darkness in the world. And we all have shadow. Just opening your eyes to that and recognizing it. This is of darkness, that is of light. It's all part of life. It's part of me. It's part of everybody else. It's part of the human experience. There is something. It's a like kind of like a crystal ball. So it's like a fear or a worry or some kind of past where somebody was verbally or emotionally abusive towards you, or it could be you've had some kind of experience like that recently where you felt shamed or judged or devalued or disrespected, and it's hurting right now. If that were the case, just know that if somebody says something to you that is hurtful, that's coming from their own shadow, fear, and judgment. Somebody could have a concern for you and express that in a loving way. For example, if they are concerned for your health, or if you're doing something that is directly affecting them. There's a fine line, right? They could say something about your character, about your appearance, that is super hurtful. That is about them. It is not about you. We can all grow. Just know that you are beautiful, valuable, and worthy just as you are right now. And perhaps you can make a change, such as letting go of an addiction or some kind of behavior that is hurting yourself or others. Interesting, a red shoe. And that's the New York Tarot. That is not, yeah, but the red shoe, the hot dog, yeah, interesting. There's some, so yeah, okay, squirrel. You could be moving through releasing some kind of addiction or addictive behavior, something like that. Love yourself through it and connect with the people who love you through that, and let love guide you, not shame. That's what comes up with that card. Okay, let's see. I'm going to move those over and we're going to put that there. And the New York. I didn't even count the cards, but it came out pretty even there. Okay, balance, finding balance. 2 of Pentacles, weighing your options. Do you want the pepperoni pizza? Do you want the cheese pizza? Do you need your protein, or are you like cutting back on processed meat? Like, it's weighing your options. And what I hear is like, what feeds you and nurtures you in a good way might be that choice that's more for you. It's also, yeah, finding balance between things. Okay, so whatever the situation is where you received some kind of memory or some kind of direct communication or something that came up for you, it's weighing on you. 10 of Wands. He's carrying this fire, you know, and he's made of straw. So it's almost like, oh gosh, I have to carry these because if I drop one, things could go really bad. And it's just being recognized that that's how you might be feeling right now. 9 of Swords. You can ask for help from somebody to help release that. And funny that earlier, when did I say squirrel? I think I was looking at this card and that one. and there's a squirrel. So distraction. At any time, if you're carrying all this stuff, you could get distracted, and then your burdens can actually take more of a hold of you. But when you're in a calm space and mindful and asking for help, you can release some things and let them go in a more mindful manner rather than waiting until it comes up and it just, explodes. So let's get some further guidance here. 3 of Cups is support of friends. Just go through the New York here. Wheel of Fortune is not knowing exactly when it's going to stop, where you're going to end up, but you're in movement and you will make it. And something is changing, something is shifting. It is being recognized, the work that you are doing and how it is transforming you. Okay? You might be receiving a fresh new idea soon, or you have one. That's being recognized. And being careful who you share this with, but not holding everything to yourself. Share it with somebody. 2 of Cups, that's somebody that you love, that you trust, that you connect with, where your thoughts, your ideas are safe with them. I don't want to share everything with everybody. That could get messy, right? All right, so you have the 9 of Wands. And in that, I see, look, they're talking, they're sharing, they're collaborating. So she's over here listening. She's eavesdropping. Careful. Yeah, avoiding rumors and gossip, sharing with people you trust. Okay, 3 different options, 3 different pathways. No matter what pathway you take, the destination is going to be amazing. Knight of Swords is going from that new idea and moving with it. So this is after processing with somebody you trust. You're going to go with it. You're going to move with it. You might have somebody that is going to help guide you on which path to take to this desire that you have. King of Swords. Are you joking me right now? This is the arrival. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, King of Swords. This is the journey. This is the new idea. This is the movement. This is the pathway that you chose to get there. And then this is the destination. And it's like you're going to reach that point and then be like on top of the world, looking at all of it, observing and just processing. Like, what's that song? Hey, look, Mom, I made it. Hey, look, Mom, I made it. I think The Panic or something like that. That's what song came into my head. Okay. The Swords cards with these images throw me off a little bit, and I'm just going to own that. I don't really know here, and maybe that's, you don't always have to know, and you can admit that, and that's okay. And then the Ace of Cups. So what is really interesting, if I can remember where that 9 of Cups card, here it is. Okay, that 9 of Cups card. This is all your blessings. This is looking at your gratitude and what you already have. When you do that, you're going to get a brand new hot cup of coffee. So Cups is love, emotion, intuition, and it's a gift directly from source. And right here on the cup, it says thank you. So having gratitude for the guide and guides and mentors that are helping you along this journey, and having great gratitude towards those people or those spirits or angels or energies, Jesus, God, source, friends, family, recognizing and being recognizing and being grateful for the love that you have and the abundance of love coming your way. It's endless. Wow. That was cool. Thanks for watching this reading, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.